Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fee and this is Money Philosophy. Thank you for coming back for another day of Tesla technical analysis. Today we will go over chart, the daily, weekly, hourly chart, and map out some possibilities for Tesla going into this week as well as next week, which happens to be earnings week. So if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I am a growth stock investor and a trader, and I'd love to share with you my investing and trading journeys. Without further ado, let's get right into it. I know a lot of you have been asking for new videos and I appreciate the support. I didn't realize that a lot of you have been waiting for my video on a regular basis. To be honest, I was out of town and I brought my gear with me, but there wasn't just any time to record. Even yesterday I recorded a video and I wasn't able to edit and post. So I apologize. I really appreciate your support. Hopefully the video today will be worth it, and I'll plan on making regular videos again this week. Thank you, and let's get right into it. We're going to start with the hourly chart today since we are in the middle of trading hours. It is now only 9 o'clock Pacific time, which is only about 12 o'clock noon Eastern Standard Time. So we still have a long way to go, but I found some time, so I thought I hop on here and update you guys really quick. Things could change wildly from now until the end of the day today, but I still wanted to give you my general thoughts on Tesla price action. So the hourly chart here shows that Tesla reached overbought this morning and retraced a little bit. This particular hourly candle here, which is from 7 to 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, is a huge rejection right off of the 50 days SMA, which is right at 1064. But Tesla also bounced right off of the middle pivot point here, which is around 1038. So that is at least good news temporarily, that it could hold certain support. Going into the half an hour chart here, once again, we see that oversold here the first 2 hours of the day today, and so retracement was in order. But this is only half an hour chart, so it doesn't really tell us the long-term trend at all. Right now, Tesla looked to be trying to climb back up to where it was a couple of days ago, which was right around 1105. If it could get there today for whatever reason, then I think that it could be considered reversal, but if not, it is simply another day of consolidation. So if I go to the daily chart here, so you can see on this pattern, after a very strong drop day, which was last Thursday on the 13th of January, on Friday, the 14th, Tesla attempted to bounce, but it's simply just a very weak bounce. It was not necessarily a sign of reversal. Today is another consolidation day off of that. If Tesla ends the day right around here, which is right around 1050 or so, if Tesla somehow could get back up to, I want to say 1080, then the sign of reversal has begun to emerge. The volume right now is about 46%, so I think Tesla would track between 90 to 120% by the end of the day today, which is not bad volume, and hopefully predominantly it would be buy volume, but we won't know that until the end of the day today. So overall, I still think Tesla has a little bit more downside to go. The question is how much more, and we have to balance that with at which point Tesla would start going back up, leading into earnings. So we have until next Wednesday, so about a week and 2 days for Tesla to decide when it would find the bottom and go back up. But as of right now, I think it has to flush out a bunch of sellers, and given the macroeconomics environment of rising interest rate, I think it's probably makes sense for Tesla to either stay where it's at or go down a little bit before going back up. If I have to take a guess, Tesla will probably go back up Thursday and Friday into Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday of next week. But that is completely a guess on my part. Technical analysis does not support that. Technical analysis tells me that Tesla will probably fall back down to about 1027 level if it does not make it above 1064 today. So 1064 again is a 50 days SMA. It is a very important point at this point. Probably 1060 given the price movement on a daily basis. So between 1060 and 1065 would be a target that I'd like for Tesla to get above by the end of the day today for us to have any additional hope But otherwise, I think it'll move either sideways or down in the next day or so. If you're looking at the weekly chart, once again, today is just the first day of the week, so it's not very telling on this weekly candle. But these two weekly candles seems to show that Tesla attempted to reverse last week after a red week from the week before, but that attempt got rejected. So Tesla went all the way up to about 11.15 last week and then got rejected and ended the week at 10.54. So that is a $60 reversal, which is not entirely great for the bulls, but it is not doom and gloom based on these two weekly candle here. For this particular week, I'd like to see Tesla to move back up to above 11.05. If Tesla can stay above 11.05 by the end of the week or higher, then chances are Tesla would reverse into next week. Better yet, Tesla could get to 11.50. If Tesla could get to 11.50 by the end of the week, then I think the case for bullish reversal next week is very strong. If you're looking to trade Tesla, I think the better play would be right after earnings, as hard as it sounds, because I know a lot of you looking to trade Tesla almost daily. So holding off until next Thursday, the 27th of January, seems to be unbearable. And I know how that feels, but we have to resist the temptation, because in my mind, the better opportunity would be right after earnings, whether it is extremely volatile the day after earnings or it will be making major moves shortly after earnings. I think that would be a better play. Of course, it could easily go back up to 1200 before earnings if the market allows that, if macroeconomics environment allows that, and if the traders and institutional investors get a lot of upgrades and all of a sudden wanted to get in Tesla before earnings, we can get back up there. But I still wouldn't bet on that before earnings. I would just wait and see what the opportunity might present itself next week. There will be a lot of opportunity after earnings, in my opinion. In talking to a few of you guys on my Patreon page as well as on YouTube comments, I feel like there are a lot of you that are holding Tesla call options looking for a major spike. I think that if you have time, meaning if you have until March or beyond, Tesla would most likely spike. But if you don't have time, meaning that you only have until the 21st or the 28th, and you have probably lost a lot of premium already, you probably either want to cut loss if there's anything left, or you might want to just hold till expiration and see. But that is just a complete 50-50 bet in my mind, because we don't know when Tesla will reverse. Once again, I don't mean to antagonize traders over this, but the better trade would have to come when you're most patient and you spot the right setup. When you have the right setup, you could go in heavily, and the odds will be in your favor. It might still not work out, but at least you spot the right setup and you go with the probability. Right now, at the rate that the candles are moving, if you go in calls now, to me, it's just a 50-50 shot, right? I would like to see it up, but it is, for all intents and purposes, below 50 days SMA. So I wouldn't do anything right now, especially the week before earnings. You're looking at very high premium in exchange for volatility that might not match the amount of premium that you overpay. That's just my take on it. If you have been consistently successful trading Tesla, don't listen to what I say. I'm just one person on YouTube, and this is just my personal opinion. We are at the end of the trading day already. The volume is at 89% to close. Tesla ended the day at 10:30. And the daily candle right here looks like a huge rejection from 50 days SMA back down to right around 1027, which was the previous support. Like I said, this further confirms my theory that there are still a lot of sellers out there, and Tesla could potentially move down a little bit further. I don't know how far it's going to move down before spiking back up. So whether or not it gets to 965, 944, or filling this gap at 937 is still a big if at this point. I'm not planning for it to fall that far, but if it does fall that far, then I would likely take a call option into May or something like that. But for right now, I anticipate either sideways or slightly moving down to below $1,009. The pivot points for tomorrow, the upper end is 1063, once again right around the 50 days SMA here. The middle pivot point is 1039 and the bottom pivot point is 984. So for the most part, the top two pivot points coincide with today's pivot points, and the bottom seems to be lower. So Tesla have the proclivity, if you will, to move down further than today, but that doesn't mean that it will. If it does move down to 983, then I think that it would probably go for filling this gap on Wednesday or Thursday. So we'll have to take one day at a time. The volume is not outrageously high, but it is pretty much 90% of the last 30 days average, so it's not bad. The weekly chart, let's revisit this. It is, once again, it's just 1 day worth of the week, so it doesn't represent the whole week. But if Tesla ends the week within the length of the candle right here, meaning it could spread anywhere between 1065 down to about 1018, I think that's just a consolidation week. It's an inside candle from the week before, so it doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't mean bullish reversal. If anything, it's just a continuation of the week before. So I really hope that Tesla will break out of this range and end the week above 1064. That's my hope, but we'll have to take one day at a time, and we'll see what tomorrow will bring and the day after tomorrow. So this is it for this video. Thank you for paying attention thus far. We are, for all intents and purposes, at no man's land right now, and I hope that Tesla will break out of this range and get to above 1115. Better yet, if it gets to above 1150, then we will have a bull party. Other than that, thank you very much, and until the next video, bye.